Okay, good morning to you all. Shall we start?
Good morning, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you. And there are still around 11 people, but others will join because today's discussion is very important for us. This is about some statistical design. So I think you are familiar with the things which we have discussed in previous 2-3 discussions, and I think you have started. I have circulated the assignment guidelines, and hope you all receive these things and you can start it. But the deadline is you have more time to do and complete it. So okay, in last lectures we have discussed sampling plans. I think hope you all have gone through those lectures and videos. So there were two methods, probabilistic and non-probabilistic sampling methods. And how to design question is also very important. We call it as a study material, or sometimes we call it as different names. And for most research activities, we use questionnaires. But as we discussed in the previous discussion, so you have to follow some guidelines and standards before designing either in designing and also conducting. And what type of questions we have? There are different types of questions we have. So how to select those questions in terms of the application of our survey. And we have discussed some online platforms, and there were very good options we have now. So we have to just think and do. So therefore, I think you all are very happy and you all know how to conduct an online survey. So I requested you to do these things, practice those things. And desired marginal error also we discussed. It is also very important. And anybody can do a survey, just prepare a questionnaire and circulate it and get their results. So that is not the method. So even though conducting such unstructured survey, you all have to do as you are technologists. A structured survey. Structured survey means you have to follow these guidelines, and there are some standards as well. Okay, today we will discuss some very important things in product designing. And here you can see a very good car, belongs to Ferrari, and you can assume the cost is 70 million US dollars. So, and I have converted here for rupees by multiplying the price into 200, and it's very difficult to tell the amount. So you all have to understand the amount. And what is the secret behind this price? So designing is there. The product design is there. So if it is a better product, if we have designed the product in order to the standards and guidelines, by overcoming these all the misconducts, then you can get a very good product. But as we discussed, so before starting a product, the producer should have a good idea about the market, how market think, how it behaves. So all these things are important. And if we consider these things and do your product development process carefully in order to the given guidelines, then you can market your product for a very big amount, and you can earn more profits. So I wish that you all can start your own business. So that is the very good thing. You can earn more profit by using through your business. If you go for a job, then you will earn 100,000, 200,000, maybe 500,000, but it is limited, and there are some restrictions. So when it comes to your own business, then you can earn more profit. Okay, let's go to the discussion. And early development, we have discussed two major things. in previous lectures, and today the early development under this one, we have discussed prototype. What are the prototype products? Then I think you are also aware about there are more than around 20,000 research are annually we are conducting in universities. But what happened after 2-3 years? Almost all the researchers are then the ideas also destroyed. And I saw some pictures from the Facebook. In one university, they are going to discard their thesis. How they are going to discard their thesis? So actually, it should not happen in our country because we are actually a developing country. So we need to improve more research activities and market these things. But in our hand, we are conducting some research. We tell lies. We do bad things. But anyway, our report is very good. Our presentation is very good. So that should not happen. Then now I think you know how to develop products. And after this discussion, you are aware about these things. So then you have to design your experiment and design your product appropriately. Then you can market it. But anyway, before go to the marketing level, prototyping is very important. Prototype means it is actually a prototype means convert your ideas into a product. It is not it might not be the final product, but you can do more adjustment in the prototype. Alternative design concepts are evaluated, and most promising one is selected. There are several concepts and ideas. It is a type of detailed design. Yeah, it is actually a detailed design. Normally call it as prototype testing. Major objectives of prototype is to determine whether the design is feasible or not for further design. That's why I call it as it is not the final design. So after developing, you have ideas, you have concepts, then you convert it into a prototype product, then evaluate it and conduct analysis and identify the design, identify the alterations that we have to make. So after completing all these things, then we have to send it to the market. Okay, modification and alterations are also be possible in this stage. And following functions will also be conducted: selecting manufacturing methods and machines and also equipment. Now, as we had discussed, this is the prototype design. It means, as I told you earlier, this is a detailed design. So therefore, now we can select what are the manufacturing steps. When it comes to food, what is the boiling method? What is the sterilization method? What is the dehydration method? Likewise, you have all these things. Now it is finalized. And what type of machines we need, and also equipments. Either we are having machines and equipments in our product, in developing our product. So what are the machines and equipments? And designing and purchasing tools, also important. Selecting of suppliers, it is also very important. As an example, sometimes you can develop maybe ice cream. Then the vanilla flavor, you know why we are going for some brands. Even personally, I like the vanilla flavor, which is available in Elephant House. So it is unique. I like it. So the flavor is important. So therefore, you have designed the product by using unique vanilla flavor. But after develop the product, after prototyping, you don't have that supplier. Then what happens? The entire project is going to be a fail. So therefore, in this stage, you have to select the suppliers for purchase raw material. And planning and inspection. What are the planning and inspection levels? And we will discuss these things in next year, how to plan and inspect in order to the ISO guidelines. Anyway, so you have to remember these things before complete the prototype design. And quality requirements are also important. Then development of quality standards. Sometimes those standards are available. Then we have to adhere those standards. Or quality plan and a KCC plan. Likewise, we have to develop these things by considering the prototype design. These things actually not happening in Sri Lanka. That's why, as I told you earlier, the ice cream example, they just prepare something and go for market, and we have some demand, and then we go back and think what is happening. Then sometimes we don't have some suppliers, and we don't have some market. So before that, it is better to finalize these things, and quality also very important. Okay, I think it's clear. Then we can move to the statistical part, experimental design. And the experimental designs are actually, this is belong to statistical designs. There are some softwares are available now. So we can do some experiments using softwares. Likewise, Minitab and ANOVA testing, there are several softwares are available. So we can perform these things. And in this lecture series, I am not going to do these things, and I will give you some introduction, and I will explain how to do these things. Then you can use either a software or you can do it manually. So experimental design is a process of planning a study to meet the specified objectives. As we discussed, we should have good objectives, and we know now in this stage, we know the customer demand, and we know the introduction and literature. All these things, we have details. We have already screened those things, and now it comes to a designing phase. So we know the objectives, and how to satisfy those objectives through the experimental design is very important. Planning an experiment is very important. Reliable, up-to-date data, as we discussed, up-to-date data is very important. We not consider 1980 data, so the up-to-date data is very important. And sufficient sample size, you know how to do sampling, and sample size are very important, and also the sampling methods. We have discussed one sampling methods, ISO 2859 method, and how to do samples, and there were several sampling techniques. So we have to follow these things. Experiment can be designed in several ways. Subject can test. We will discuss these things, what are subjects and how to test these things. An experiment might have just one independent variable or may have several variables. As an example, in preparing a cup of tea, there are three major ingredients: hot water, tea, and sugar. Then there are we have to adjust these three ingredients properly to get an appropriate texture, appropriate taste, and also the texture to get a quality product. So maybe one factor and several factors be there. And objectives of the experimental design are to determine which variables are most influential and identify their interactions. We will discuss these things later. And there are some effects, and we will discuss. There are several reasons to conduct statistical experimental designs. The effect of two or more variables are studied simultaneously. As we discussed in preparing a tea, there are three major factors. And there are some other factors as well. The temperature of the water and pressure, air pressure. So likewise, there are several factors we have to check simultaneously. තේ එකක් හදනකොට සීනි වතුර and tea කියන ටික හරියට එකවර check කරන්න ඕනේ. To get the unambiguous results by performing the smallest number of experiments. Sometimes you can remember I told that in the very first day, Dr. Pabli is also doing some product designing. Neither. He is also conducting design. So we are also develop some food products and techniques. So, but the scientific background is there. So we use some statistical design. So smallest number of experiments are there. We just follow the statistical scientific designs. Materials and time devoted due to the investigations are reduced because we are conducting smallest number of experiments. Design experiments are the only way to detect interactions. What are the interactions? There are some interactions, neither. So we just put one ingredient, then there are no interactions. So we put when we put two or more ingredients together, then there are some interactions. Okay. Then we have to identify those interactions as well. So experimental designs are very important. The significance of main variables and interactions can be estimated by measuring the experimental error. Experimental error is a different term. So how to calculate these things we will discuss. So I think it's clear why are we conducting experimental designs. So we also can develop some food product without having all these things. Without considering these things, we can develop, but Dr. Pabil is doing that part. But as you are technologist, so you have to follow these guidelines. And there are some softwares and applications I will discuss. So when we are conducting experimental designs, several factors should be considered. You know, replication. Replicates are very important in scientific experiments to get the most precise result. What is the best one? To get the best result, we have to do more replicates. Sometimes in undergraduate level, we are conducting 2-3 replicates. But when it comes to PhD level or postgraduate level, at least 6 replicates should be there in experiments. So replication is very important. And randomization, we discuss what is randomized sample, how to randomize these things. Randomly select some experiments and conditions. It is also happening. And blocking, again, important factor. I think it's new here. So what is the blocking? Aims at isolating a non-systematic bias effect and prevent it from obscuring the main effect. Sometimes there are some blocking factors. So we have to consider this matter and prevent it as a blocking factor for further experiments. සමහරට අපි සමහර එක්ස්පෙරිමන්ට් වලදී සමහර ෆැක්ටර්ස් අයිඩෙන්ටිෆයි කරනවා අපි ඒක තවදුරටත් යූස් කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක වැඩක් නැහැ. We already know or we are not going to consider it. Then we block it and we don't consider that factor for further analysis. Those things belongs to blocking. Okay, then we are going to move to the factorial designs. This is also one of the very famous car, belongs to Bugatti. You know the Bugatti, most probably the boys know what is Bugatti and how is it important, and the value also you can calculate. It is also a very big amount. So what is the secret behind these things? The quality and branding is there. So sometimes the branding is actually belongs to management concept, but branding also very important. But how to develop brands with the quality? How the quality comes with good designs. So designing is very important for all these things. Actually, these concepts are using for engineering factories, but we can use these things similarly for food processing. So therefore, in aircraft manufacturing also, they are also using these concepts. Okay. The first thing, one factor experimental method, also called as trial and error method. By considering the name of the topic of this method, it is one factor. So therefore, one variable to be tested. Several raw materials processing conditions are normally considered in developing food products. There are several variables. In this method, only one variable is changed at one time. Okay. So therefore, we have to conduct more and more trials to study their effects. This is here you can see example. Number one, you can see optimum time by one factor method. Here, the y-axis specific volume, x-axis time. So the optimum time for this study is 120 minutes. Is it clear? This is a study conducted for something, and you can see this is a one factor method. Then perhaps they have conducted this study for several factors, but here you can see the specific volume. Then the 121 has given the highest specific volume. So therefore, they have identified 120 minutes is the optimum temperature. Then they have conducted another one for the temperature. As we have discussed, one factor method, one factor should be tested at one time. So therefore, the temperature and specific volume, again, you can see 30 degrees of Celsius is the optimum temperature. Okay, it is clear, very basic. To get the highest specific volume, temperature is 30, optimum time is 120. Then in the third diagram, you can see it is actually a little complex diagram. They have tested those factors together. This is actually not belongs to one factor method. This is a different method. I just take this to explain what is happening here. Then here time, here temperature. Okay. Then we use this diagram to identify the effects of both time and temperature for the specific volume. And you can see, already know the optimum temperature is 120 and time is, time is 120 and temperature is 30. Then time 120, temperature 30. So this should be the optimum condition. But what happened here? True optimum is here. Then the time is around maybe 100 and 110, and temperature is around 32.5. Then what happened? So here you know the it's very clearly you can see the time and temperature, but here what happened? All these things belongs to statistical analysis. So here you can identify the true optimum is the true optimum is not equal to the optimum obtained by one factor method. So therefore, one factor method is not actually a very good method for analysis, because there are some interactions, as I told you earlier. So interactions we have to consider, but in this diagram you can see interactions. As a result of those interactions, the true optimum has a little bit deviated from here. But when we use these things, the true optimum is here. So therefore, I think you can clearly understand the effect of the interactions. Got it? එතකොට interactions තියෙන එක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම බලපානවා product design කියන එකේදී. එතකොට the one factor method එකට වඩා disadvantage එකක් තමයි we can't check the interactions. So therefore, this is a major disadvantage of one factor method. I think it's clear. So let's move to the other method after discussing its disadvantages. So we have to do more samples as we discussed there. So time consume method, because more samples are there and one factor can be considered at a time. High cost, because big number of samples have to prepare for this test. Interactions can't be checked, and large number of trials have to be conducted. Quality of the food could not be described qualitatively. Quality, it is very difficult to describe the quality by using one factor method, because here we measure only one fact. Then the third car you can see here, it is belong to Pagani. This is also a very good brand and the price is also high. Here you can see a different design method, product development method. So I think you just wanted to remember only these three pictures. Then I have given all these things under these three team. So if you are remember, if you can remember these things, then at the exam you can clearly answer to your exams to the questions by remembering these pictures. So uh, let's move to the statistical food product design, a new food product, and for high quality we use these things, and lack of proper training. Those days we don't have we didn't use these statistical food product designs, but nowadays we are moving towards these statistical food product design. Now we have several applications, mobile computer applications like softwares, and also hardware also available to conduct these things. It enables evaluation of interaction and estimate. You can read these things. So advantages are these things are efficient. So several variables can be tested together at a time. We can check several variables at one time. Okay, and also especially we can check interactions, and effective information can be extracted through conducting there is limited number of trials, because several factors can be checked together by using this method. It means sometimes I will come to that part. For responses at all possible combinations of independent variables can be predicted. Graphical analysis also there. We will discuss what are the graphical analysis. Okay. Then factorial experimental methods. Factorial designs are normally used to explain experiment study scientifically. Not plain, it should be explained. Okay. And most oftenly, currently we are using these methods oftenly. Two or more several factors can be checked together, and experimental units take all possible combinations. We will discuss these things. Okay, this is the most important thing. I think you have to remember this one. Then, under the factorial designs, this is the calculation we use normally. Then M means levels, N means factors. Okay. Then M means levels, N means factors. For an example, a factorial design is two factors at two levels. Then how many tests should be conducted? 2 to the power 2, then it is 4. So what are the factors and level? What are the factors and level? The similar example in preparing a tea, black tea. So two factors, tea and sugar, we considered. Okay. Then how many factors are there? Then only two factors, tea and sugar. Then we can test these things at different levels. It means සීනිග්‍රෑම් 5යි තේග්‍රෑම් 2යි සීනිග්‍රෑම් 10යි තේග්‍රෑම් 3යි likewise you can test. So this is the levels. We can use this as 0 and 1 or -1 and 1 likewise. You can adjust, you can alter these things based on your requirement. Two factors each at 3. Okay, here you can see how many raw materials here, sugar and wheat flour. And we check it two levels. We check at two levels. Then how many trials should be conducted? 2 to the power 2, it means 4. Then you can see 4 trials. Okay. It's very easy. Okay. I can know that. Okay, factorial design. This is the golden equation here. Then factors and levels. You know what are the factors and levels. Factors may be raw materials and processing conditions. Okay, raw materials may be, here you can see sugar and wheat flour, those are the raw materials. It means factors. So this is belong to two factor method. And there are, and here this example you can see two levels, and you can check any levels here. It is easy. Okay. How many trials have to be conducted to select the optimum level of raw materials in developing a new food product? Consists of 3 ingredients such as A, B, and C at 2 levels. So how many experiments we have to conduct? Give an example. Here, how many factors? Only 3 factors. So how many levels we are going to conduct? 2 levels. So propose the number of experiments. Give me example. How many experiments? Number of experiments you have to conduct in order to do the factorial designs.
8 experiments.
Yes. We need only 8 experiments. Thank you. Here, as I told you earlier, here you can see 2 levels. Then if it is easy, you can use the 5 and 10. No problem at all. But basically we use minus and plus, minus 1 and plus 1, no 0 and 1. Make a lazier tamai make use kala tiyenne me if 5% is equals to minus 1 and 10% 1 කියන එක ඒතම නැතවර බිංදුව එක පාවිච්චි කරන්නත් පුළුවන් නැතව ඔයගොල්ලෝ ආස නම්බර් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්නත් පුළුවන් and the designing sequence is there. You can see from all 3 ingredients are lower here, minus 1. And at the end of all raw materials are higher, all are plus 1. Then you can practice these things. So minus, 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 plus, minus, plus, minus. Likewise, you can design. This is actually a scientific design. Okay, then we have to conduct only 8 trials in order to this method. Right? You have to do more and more trials by changing, by altering all these ingredients. But here, this is a scientific design. Then you have equation, put it to the equation, and only 8 trials you have to conduct at 2 levels. Okay. And how to graphically represent it. Then these are the 8 experiments. Then in here you can see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 means minus, minus, minus. Okay. 2 means minus, minus, plus. Likewise, here you can see how to, what is the sequence to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 5 here. It means here you can see for all 1, 2, 3, and 4. A is minus. Here you can see A minus all 4. So මේ plane එකේ මේ තලයේම A කියන එක minus. But මේ තලයෙන් බලන්න A කියන එක plus. Okay. So that's why we need this sequence. ඒතර මේ අනුපිළිවෙල අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම අවශ්‍යයි මේ graphically represent කරන්න. Okay. Then here you can see all these 8 treatments, and when we can see the interactions here. There are 3 axes here, you know, this is the X, this one X1, X2, and X3. There are 3 axes, and this is the optimum condition we have to use. Then after conducting all these trials, you can select the optimum one. So this is the optimum value. But as we discuss here, you can see, as we discuss here the optimum has changed. But here clearly you can see the optimum value. So this is very important in food product design. I think it's clear. So try with an example. Try කරන්න මේක බලන්න නැතුව 8ක් ලියලා මේක ඇඳලා බලන්න try කරන්න. So then you can understand how it happens. Okay. This is very important in your life. If you are conducting job or come to the university academic level or researcher, or you start your own business, for all these things These things are very important. So therefore, understand these theories very well. And factorial design means all factors are varied simultaneously over several test times. So likewise, these designs can be used. And the another one, 2n minus p. It is also called as half 2n design. Half mn design. 2n means mn, as we discussed there. 2 factorial method design has been modified here. Here we have modified the method that we have discussed. Again, we have modified. More interactions can be tested, required minimum trials. And here you can see the method. Different kind of 2n minus p designs can be used in statistical software such as Statistica. There is a software called Statistica, likewise Minitab and Minitab. So in Statistica, you can use this type of design. Here we use method mn type, right? Previously we used, but now we are going to use 2n minus p. Then we can discuss with example. RTS drink, ready to serve drink, with 5 ingredients such as ginger, lime, cinnamon, pepper, and Garcinia extract. You are going to design a beverage like smack by using all these ingredients together at 2 levels. 5 variables at 2 levels. So how many designs to be conducted here? For this one, previous one, 2 to the power 5, how many trials? 32 trials you have to conduct. There are 5 factors at 2 levels. So you have to conduct 32 trials in order to the mn factorial method. But in order to the new one, 2n minus p fractional factorial method, then 2n means 5 minus 1 means 4. So number of experiments are 16, only 16 method, right? So almost half. Okay. So මෙතනදී අපි කරන්නේ මේ අලුත් method එකක් n minus p කියන එක. එතකොට මේවත් අර විද්‍යමයි what is n what is p කියන ඒවා. So p, no, basically we use 1 here. Okay, I have to tell this. P equals 1 here. So we can check these things. And there are හරියටම භාගයයි samples ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්න වෙයි. Right? Then you know 3 methods, 1 factor method, mn method, and 2n minus p method. So all these things you can use. But up to now, this is the most efficient method. Okay? Up to now, 2n minus p is the most efficient method. And you can see how it happens. There are 5 raw materials and 16 trials. X5 depends on the interactions of X1. Here we can use Garcinia as there are some interactions. So X5 depends on the interactions of X1, X2, X3. Then you can decide it is based on your product. What is the interaction? What are the interactions here? So what are the raw materials? Likewise, you can decide. Itra me mataka tiyaganna epa පාඩම් කරලා practice කරලා බලන්න by using 2-3 examples. If I ask some questions regarding these things, everything I will be given. Okay, so you will be given all these things. So therefore, don't try to remember these things, but you better to practice these things. So you will have some different kind of practical applications. So therefore, don't try to remember these things, but the concepts are very important. What is the interaction? How to use these things? What are the advantages and disadvantages? Why do we need to use these things? So likewise, these things are important. Okay, I think it's clear. So we have discussed, up to now, we have discussed 3 methods, 1 factor method, and under 2 factor and factorial designs, the 2 methods have been discussed. Okay. Then we will move to the 3 factor method. there are three factors here. So here you can't use 0 and plus neither. Use here there are three levels we are going to check. If there are less than 4 variables, then you can use 3n method. Three levels will be considered such low, middle, and high at one trial, and interactions within and among the variables can be observed. Interactions within and among. We will discuss what is the difference in between these terms. Within interactions and among the interactions we will test. And three levels, three factors, 2 levels, how to design it, it's clear. As we discussed, factors, 3 factors. This is actually belongs to factorial method. And here we are going to check 3 variables at 3 levels. Always here 3. Okay. Then how many tests to be considered? 27. Then you can write it down as mentioned here. And I will explain this method, this trial, by grouping the responses into 3 columns. But I use this thing, I have used 3 columns here to explain this example clearly. But don't want to remember these things. And here you can see the graphical representation. Here also there are only 3 axes and how to place these things. Then this symbol, you can see there are 8 symbols here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. So these things are belong to first 8 treatment. So the palaveni treatment at me corners solim penna. Okay, there are 8 corners. Then another treatment, how many treatments? Maybe 12. 12 treatments you can use the triangle here. Interactions make him pen. You can see the interactions in between these 2 here. Then how many trials have to be conducted? 12 trials. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and likewise there are 12. And star symbols, the last 6 trials, not last. This is the last one you can see at the middle. Then 7 trials, you can see stars. Then here you can see the interactions in between these 2 as well. Okay. Then there are 6 stars here. Tala hayata stars hayak thiyana. Right? Then final one is a central one. You can see it. Okay. Then this is the optimum value. So when it comes to a 3-factor method, you can easily identify here how many interactions will be discussed. Here we discuss several interactions. So the optimum is very clear. 2-factor method we just consider only these 8 interactions. But here we consider the interactions in between, as I explained here. Interactions within and among, right? Within and among. Okay, interactions within and among. So what are interactions? And within the 2 factors also, we can see interactions. Understood? I hope it's clear. Okay. For as mentioned here, then you can change this one. But for 3-factor methods, we are going to check only 3 levels. But how many factors? It's depend based on your requirement, then you can write it down as mentioned here. But don't try to remember, as I mentioned earlier, there are some statistical softwares are available for you. You just wanted to, so you just want to read these things and identify how it happens, right? how it happens and interactions. I think it's clear. Then the final one I'm going to explain here is mixed factor method. Okay. Here we discuss only single factors, but in this type of experiment, we can check mixed factors. What is the meaning of mixed factors? Then we can consider a new example here. Then we are going to develop maybe a pol roti. Okay. Then what are the ingredients? Nowadays, I think you are familiar with how to prepare these things, because for entire 1 year you are in home. Then how to prepare pol roti is very important. So, okay, how to prepare it? What are the raw material? Coconut, scraped coconut, wheat flour, water and salt. Okay. Basically, we use the 4 ingredients, then we can use some other ingredients to add more value. But basically, there are only 4 ingredients. And what are the factors we have to check together? Temperature is important. Right? Temperature is important. And time also important. Okay. Then it is belongs to a mixed factor method. But in 2 factor, 3 factor methods, we discuss only 1 factor, only the raw materials. But in this method, you can check raw materials and processing conditions together. That's why we call it as mixed factorial design. This is one example. This is here you can see support for both linear effect and quadratic effect. Linear effect and quadratic effect, which is I think statistical terms. In quadratic effect, you can අපි කලින් කිව්වේ within and among කියලා. අන්න ඒකම තමයි මෙතනින් කියන්නේ quadratic effect එකේදී among එකක් we can check. Reduce trial numbers to determine the relationship between all the independent variables and the food quality objectives. Here 2n, 3m. N means number of variables to be tested in a linear way. M may represent the number of variables with quadratic effect. Quadratic effect කියන්නේ අපි එයා ගැනම බලන්න කෙනෙක්. With අපි හිතමු මේක වර්ගය කියලා. We can check one within, not among, within. Okay, here among. So when it comes to the example, how many here we need to check 2 factors here and 1 factor here. So 2 to the power 2 means 4, 3 to the power 1 means 3, then 4 into 3, it's 12. So we have to conduct only 12 trials. And here you can see how it happens, how it occurs. Okay, this is the graphical design, and in the 8 designs you can see here a linear effect, and this one you can see quadratic effect. So actually this is belong to mixed factor method. Okay, hope you can understand and you can apply these things in a practical way. So okay, any question? Yes. Okay, good. Then you can read some books and articles, and you can if you are interested, you can do these things. And this is very important topic in your course module. Food processing technology designing is very, very important. So today we discuss about 3 cars, 1 red, 1 blue and 1 black. So, and you know the price of those cars and the secret behind the price of those cars. So try to remember these examples. And under early development, what is prototype design and its importance we discuss. And then experimental designs, why do we need to use experimental designs and how to plan it, and the need and advantages and disadvantages of some methods. And replication, randomization, and blocking, these things are important in conducting experimental designs. Replication means conduct more precise to get the most precise result, to get the optimum result by conducting different trials. It is under replication. And randomization, you can select randomly. And blocking means we can pre-identify the factor which should block, then block that factor and go ahead with the other factors. So that is blocking. And experimental design, one factor method, and what are the disadvantages of one factor method, and you have to conduct more trials, and we can't check interactions here. So based on that, there are several disadvantages. And statistical food product design disadvantages are here. And then the factorial methods, when it comes to factorial designs, we have discussed 4 methods. The MN type methods and its advantages and also disadvantages, and how to design it, and how to graphically represent it, and how to get the optimum results. And 2N-P method, it is also a very good one, and you have to reduce. So you have to use very low sample size. You have to conduct very low trials here. And what is the difference in between MN and MN-P? So how to use it effectively, and then 3 factor method. Then we are going to check 3 levels, and 3 levels here, and for several factors and how to represent it. And quadratic effect is there, and mixed factor methods and its advantages. Here you can use different raw material, as an example, raw materials and processing conditions together. So therefore, these experimental designs are very important in designing food products. So I hope you can, it's clear to you, or if you have any question, you can ask. And go ahead with your assignment. And I will do 2-3 more lectures with you. And I will share at the end of this session, I will share my previous past papers. So I will share these things with you. I think this is not just to answer the question paper. These things will be important for you, for your entire life. So thank you very much for joining you today. And I will share these things with Vimukti, and he will share with you. Okay. If you have questions, please, if you are not ready to ask questions here, then you can email me or WhatsApp and ask, get clarifications. Okay. Thank you very much for joining.